Hello YouTube, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today is just me going over what I think of the new Call of Duty Black Ops 6. TLDR, I'm really enjoying it. There's a few things that I'm not really a fan of. The overall thing is, I don't see myself playing it for a long period of time, but to be honest with you, I was just really nostalgic to play Call of Duty after years of not playing it, and I just wanted to give out my general thoughts and feelings of multiplayer and zombies. I've not played the campaign. I might play the campaign soon once I get a bit fed up of online multiplayer and also zombies. Um, Basically, I'll split it into different sections of what I like, what I dislike, and things like that. Overall, once again, it's been pretty good. It's mainly been me playing offline. I originally played it during the release in my location. One morning on the Friday just gone. However, I'm recording this during Saturday evening, no, Sunday evening, and just to give my thoughts on where I'm at exactly. Um, First thing I'll talk about is I'll start with zombies and go into multiplayer because zombies is a lot easier to talk about. Overall, with zombies, I'm enjoying it just in general. Like, it's good just to chill, have on in the background, don't think, just play the game. Um, I'm not going to do none of the Easter eggs or anything like that. It's too difficult to do solo, and that's all I've been playing zombies for. I think the big problem with me with zombies is just my feelings on zombies itself. Because when I was younger, I used to play in groups of four to play zombies, and it used to be a lot of fun and a lot of like engagement, laughing, joking, and all that. But now that I don't really play in squads on zombies anymore, and I'm just chilling playing solo because I want to watch something in the background as I'm playing zombies. Um, Basically, it's just not as enjoyable for me. But that's a me problem and not a zombies problem. Overall, I think Liberty Falls is a great map just to sit, chill, and just sit back, enjoy. A lot similar to a lot of more like the easygoing custom maps that you can get in some of the older Call of Duties on PC, where you load up a map, just chill, have fun, play a little bit different. Liberty Falls is very much that for me. They might be a bit more, they might be a bit less. Overall, I enjoyed the map. I enjoyed the gameplay, and the difficulties at a nice place. And when you're a bit fed up, you can always exfil, which I find pretty enjoyable. I don't know how long we have had exfil in zombies for, since I have not really played since Black Ops 3, I'm pretty sure. And overall, it's a good game mode. I've played Terminus once, and you saw my gameplay. Terminus is one of those maps where I think is very enjoyable, especially when you're doing story mission like Easter egg stuff. It's just I've not really felt the want to go back to it, mainly because of my gameplay style. So, for example, with me personally, I am playing solo, which makes me more directed towards Liberty Falls over Terminus, because it just seems like it's an easier map. It might not be, but it just seems that way. And overall, I feel like Terminus is a good group map where different people can be in different locations and it being all hectic, and it'll be very fun. It very much reminds me of, I guess they went with that theme, the prisons from the older games. What's it called? The island. Oh my god. I've been playing Age of Mythology, so my mind keeps going to Atlantis, but I know it's not Atlantis. You know what island I'm talking about? The prison, the disgusting prison or whatever, from some of the older games. It gives me that same vibe, which is pretty good, because I think that's sort of what they went with. And the ability of going island to island is pretty interesting in and of itself with the boats. And I feel like that'd play really well in a group setting. It'd be very interesting and very bizarre. But solo play, once again, as I've been doing, I think it's too much for me to think about when I'm just wanting to chill. It's too much of a chaotic map for me personally if I want to chill, which is alright. So overall, zombies pretty decent. No like rating or anything about it. Just it's good, simple as. Now with multiplayer, there's a few things I want to talk about. The first thing is the fact of a lot of I'm enjoying it, but I'm not really enjoying some of the maps. and I don't know whether it is maps themselves or the time to kill on maps. Because a lot of the guns that I like just playing with, for example, they're not the greatest weapons, but they're pretty slow to start firing in comparison to a lot of other guns. And when you go around a corner on short like locations on maps, first bullet I feel is very important in like firing. So for example, there's a submachine called, I can't remember the exact name of it, but I like the sound and I like the way it feels. Like it goes, which is very unsubmachine gun like. But when fighting in close quarters, because of the slow fire rate, it reduces your chance of actually getting the kill unless you're pre-firing a corner, which doesn't feel very submachine gun esque, in my opinion. Obviously, each their own, but although I really like the gun, I feel like I can't use it on certain maps at all, even on most maps, because as soon as you swing a corner, you need to be ready to fire instantly, and due to the fire rate of the gun itself, you're more than likely to die when you pop around the corner. Unless you come from behind someone and surprise them, but most guns will get kills that way anyway. So that's just my little rundown on like the maps generally for my playstyle. Um, Maps are okay. There's a few, like, there's a lot of them that are better than others. There's a few that are more my playstyle because I quite like the bigger maps with not so much open areas but longer ranges, mixed with a few smaller, like, smaller corners. But a lot of the maps are just very small, in my opinion. And I don't know, they just seem to be very clunky, the larger maps themselves. Like, there's the one, I don't even think it's a large map. The one with the water in it, it's very unstreamlined. It feels very stop start stop start, even for a biggerish map in Black Ops 6. But overall, the maps are okay. Not the greatest, but you can manage with them. Now to move on to the weapons, I definitely enjoy a few weapons. However, they're definitely not meta. So you can still use them, but they're not great. I've seen online people talking about the MX4, which is the basic assault rifle, is the best. And once again, I think it comes down to the fire rate of that weapon. It's the same reason why in the beta, that one gun, I can't remember the name of it. Oh my god, should have wrote stuff down. But that one gun was so much better than the others, in my opinion, because fire rate allows you to fire later or start firing later than your enemy and manage to catch up because of the fire rate. Because in my opinion, the higher the fire rate, the more likely you are to win a surprise battle. Because if you can fire more bullets than your opponent in the same period of time, the chances are you can win. Because if you miss a bullet, you can make up for it by firing another bullet in that time frame. And I think it's the same with most guns in the game, where unless the fire rate is very high, you're generally at a disadvantage unless the bullets are very weak, which most of the bullets aren't really too weak. You can just make up for it's an extra bullet, but the time it takes for certain guns to fire is a lot less. I've been enjoying using some of the snipers, but there's not a load of places to actually play sniping rather than run around with the sniper. There's a few maps. There's the snow map. There's Scud, I think it's called, and I can't really think of another map where I'd want to use a sniper in the main set of maps. I've also been enjoying the run around with like a lunatic in the face-off game mode. It is very enjoyable when you just want to turn off your brain and run around with a gun. But I do like playing the different game modes on the main maps, but I don't know. The maps with the guns, just for the guns I prefer, I'm not a fan of. The same with the XMG like machine gun. I really enjoy it, but I think it's because its fire rate is generally quite high in comparison to a lot of other guns that I would otherwise prefer. But I do like the increased ammo. Sorry for the ramble. I'm just sort of going through my thoughts and seeing where this takes me. Behind me, you'll probably be able to see some zombies gameplay that I've played before. that I was playing just earlier before I started recording, before I exfilled and started recording because I was getting a bit fed up with the zombies. But with multiplayer as a whole, I'm not yet at the point where I can prestige. I'm getting close, but I don't know. I don't ever see myself getting too much prestige, mainly because it's not my type of game, I don't think, anymore, where it used to be when I was younger. But I think what also increases enjoyment in games like Call of Duty is playing with someone else. And I feel like if you're not playing with a friend, it's less enjoyable altogether because you can't riff and have a laugh at each other and joke about how to use better and things like that. But overall, the maps are okay. The movement is amazing. I'm really enjoying the movement. And the guns are okay. If, like, on average, the guns are okay. There's a few guns that seem a lot better than others, but I do think it's due to like packet based and like server side things more so than like actual player using the weapon. Or it could just be that the fire rate makes that much more of a difference during a gunfight, which wouldn't surprise me based on how I feel it works. Um, so I appreciate you watching my thoughts on zombies and multiplayer. You might see more over on twitch.tv/Smithy over the coming 2-3 weeks while I'm waiting for Path of Exile 2 to come out. So if you do want to watch me gameplay, I'll be streaming on twitch.tv/Smithy Monday to Friday. It might be a few days to take off, but I'll try and change my title and correspond to the reason why I'm taking the off. Might not always be the case, but I'll give it a try. And I appreciate everyone who has watched. And if you have anything to say about my thoughts and processes, please comment down below. I'd love to hear like if you agree with what I've said, if you disagree with what I said, and things like that. But either way, I do appreciate everyone to everyone. I appreciate everyone that has watched. So I'll see you around. Bye.